Okay, so I have five dreams. I was gonna upload um only like three of them because I was gonna do it a couple of days ago. But since then, I've had another dream, and then which confirmed a dream that I thought was just like a regular dream in the past, and so now I have those two. Um, Okay, the first dream, I can't remember I can't remember all of the details, but I remember that it was about destruction and about the rapture. And yeah, it was about destruction and the rapture. I can remember a little bit of it. I was looking out onto like a flat area, or maybe I can't remember exactly, but it was some sort of area, and then like inside of the dream, it was like a vision that I could see the field, the area or whatever, turn into a just like a battleground or something. And then I can remember some sort of destruction. And I went in the dream. I went and told my mom about the vision. Yeah. And then in real life, I woke up after the dream and told her. Okay. And then the second dream was I was at my old house. This is the second dream where I was at my old house. And I was, which I don't know if that's just necessarily significant, but I guess maybe I don't think of this house as my house, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I was in my old house and I was listening to secular music. And I looked over out of the window into the sky, and I saw a storm approaching. It was a big, crazy, just horrific looking storm just approaching. And you could tell it was like the clouds were all the way down to the ground. It was just, I guess maybe it was just so far back, but it just looked like a horrible storm. And at the bottom of the storm, because like I said, it looked like it reached all the way down to the ground, the clouds or whatever. I could see the water was coming towards us, and I lived like maybe a mile from the Mississippi River, and it was. I was thinking that it may have come from there, but the water again, like in my other dreams that I've had seen like floods, it was blue water. So I took that as being like this is not necessarily saying Mississippi because the Mississippi River here at least is brown, and this looked like maybe like it was ocean water. So I was thinking maybe it was like something like from an ocean, like it was something else. It was telling me about it, and I knew this was judgment, by the way. And um, let's see, it kept getting higher and higher, and it was coming towards coming towards my house, and like I said, I was listening to the secular music, and my mom called on the phone. She called me on my cell phone, and she asked me, was I at the house? And I told her yes, and she told me that I probably needed to leave. Um, that I probably needed to leave, and at that point I had just I repented from listening to the secular music, and so I'm thinking that the secular music represented like the world, like repenting of being in the world, being a part of the world. And then I saw that the waves began to decline. um, I still, I think that that means like, when it was saying that she was saying that I probably needed to leave. I think that that was, probably significant of the rapture, and that we need to leave in order to, escape this stuff that is coming. And then the repentance, unless you want to be caught in that, then you probably need to just go ahead and repent. Okay, so that you can leave. Okay, and then the third one was me being chased by two lions. I was running inside of, it was like this community of apartments, neighborhood of apartments, and I was running from these two lions, and I had to get to the the first apartment community that that I could get to. And the first one I saw happened to be a Muslim community. I kind of think I understand, why it was Muslims, but I'm gonna go ahead with the dream. I ran inside of the community, and I saw a building with a ladder on the side, and I decided, I'd run up the ladder, but so the lions wouldn't get me. But I saw saw some other people down there, and I started kind of feeling a little bit bad because I'm like, the lions are gonna eat, them. But I was kind of scared to come down or whatever, and so I stayed up there, and let's see, I stayed up there. And the lions, they transformed from lions into humans, and so they were all these. It was like I was thinking that they were probably going to eat those people, and it turns out that all of those people had turned. I was on top of this building, right? Just me alone, standing on top of this building, and it was like facing all of them. It was like all these people turned around and looked at me, including those two lions that had, turned into humans and skipped inside of the crowd. They started chanting to me, but I knew that they were telling me to, it was maybe they were speaking in a foreign language or something, but I knew that they were telling me to come down to my death. And so I think that was significant of the not the rapture, the what do you call that word? Persecution of the Christians. That's probably coming. I've seen a lot of people's dreams where it was something significant, and there's a part of Christian persecution other than the a lot of the army type related type stuff. It would usually be something like maybe Sharia law or something like that, something related to Muslims. So I think that's and then the fact that they were lions, that used to happen in the past where Christians would be fed to lions. I don't think they would do that, now, but I feel like, that was significant because that's such a known thing as, symbolic of, Christian persecution, because they've done it so much, feed Christians to lions. Daniel, he almost got fed to lions. And then, of course I was scared and I didn't want to come down. And then that's when I woke up. And so, so I think that especially that last dream that I said about the lions, I was thinking about it the other day, about the Passion of Christ and how, he was just like turned around to all those people, and they were, basically chanting at him, same thing that they were doing in that dream. That's, basically, for him to get crucified, basically for him to die, come to his death or whatever. And I think that, just like, he had to give up everything. The people that are not taken in the rapture, they will have to go through, this sort of thing as well. So I think it's really important to get your heart right now, because according to a lot of these dreams, things are going to change in an instant, and it may be hard to kind of like accept, but if you can search, if you can pray, if you can ask about it, if you can seek with all of your heart, then you probably want to try to find out about it. He's not giving these dreams for nothing, and definitely not the same dreams to loads and loads of people who've never met each other before. So yeah, I think it's really important. The last two dreams were about fireballs. It was one when I guess it was my old house again. I looked over at the sky and I saw a fireball pass by, but I didn't know exactly what it was. And so I asked my mom, because she was right there with me. I asked her, "Did you see that?" And she told me I think she told me that she didn't see it, and then that it was like two others passed by, two other fireballs passed by, and I looked out and I was like, yeah, those are fireballs. I noticed them or whatever. And then I saw another fireball, and it was like hooked up to, it was like a wrecking ball type thing. And it was just like beating up against this house, like trying to destroy it. Now, a lot of these dreams where it's my old house, it's always something is destroyed, or something, I think I know why it's talking about old. I think maybe, how it's like old wineskins and all that different type of stuff. You can't put new wine into old wineskins or else it'll burst. It's that oldness, I think, and that's representative of representing the world. The world is weak. The world is built on sand. The world is, it's able to be destroyed. But in that other dream with the prowling lion, and those are one of my other videos, I moved on the upper level where the door was not all broken and messed up, and I moved on the upper level. After I woke up from that dream, I received the Proverbs, one of the Proverbs that says, a wise woman builds her house up, but a foolish woman breaks it down with her own hands. So I think that's what the old house represents. And then the absolute last dream was a confirmation of that fireball dream, because I was just thinking that was such a, bizarre kind of dream, with just, a fireball being on a wrecking ball and just like tearing down my house or whatever. I thought that was really weird. And I got this other fireball dream where it was this giant fireball coming from out of the sky. I could see it in space coming towards the earth. It was like my vision. I don't know, my vision was like that. And it just like, it slammed down and it hit into my car. And it was, it cooled off by the time it got down to my car. So it was an asteroid or something like that. Comet, maybe. I don't know what it was. But fireball. And it was hitting all around the city. So my phone is about to die, but I that confirms a lot, because a lot of people have been having fireball dreams recently. I've been seeing that all over the internet. So all over YouTube within the Christian Bride of Christ community, people at Watchmen or whatever. So yeah, it's just a lot of stuff that we have to get ready for. And well, just one thing we got to get ready for is rapture. So repent, seek the Lord, and don't get caught in the storm and lions and fireballs and all that destruction, crazy stuff.